Hey everybody, welcome back. So today we're talking arboreal and semi-arboreal snakes. We've got a couple of those here. Got my carpet python we're going to get out. I'm going to kind of show you her enclosure and go up and take a look at our green tree python as well and see if they deserve some of the bad reputation they get sometimes. So you won't want to go anywhere. We'll be right back. Intrepid Exotics. Whether you're a lifelong keeper or just getting started, help us encourage responsible keeping, conservation, and public education in the interest of keeping our reptiles safe and healthy as we protect them for future generations. You're invited to spend time with us as we experience these awesome animals together on Intrepid Exotics. So we all hear that green tree pythons, emerald tree boas, carpet pythons, and so forth, a lot of the arboreal and semi-arboreal snakes have all got kind of a bad disposition. They're really snippy. They'll really hit you in a hurry. I think there's some truth to that, but I think it gets blown out of proportion a lot because both of the ones that I've got here are really good. Now that's not to say that I haven't been hit by them, because my carpet python back here, Snoop, who I'm getting ready to take out in a second, she's got me before. I've had a rat held up on a pair of tongs and she sailed right past the rat, got a hold of me. And it was a really short encounter, but you know, they're just really reactive. I think that the arboreal snakes have probably got to be a little bit faster on their feet, so to speak, than some of the ground-dwelling snakes. So we're going to go ahead and show you his enclosure real quick, her enclosure real quick. I really like these hutch enclosures, especially for the arboreal ones. I just did one for my boa imperator that's upstairs, and he has been loving that. He's got a lot more room to move around and so forth vertically. And these things, you can get them really cheap, and you go around to like Goodwill and stuff like that, and you can find these things for next to nothing. A lot of times you can go on like Facebook Marketplace and whatnot and find them, but they work really well. I keep a water receptacle down here that she spends a lot of time in, and we've got some hides and so forth down here. You know, she's got some stuff that she can get in and crawl into when she wants to disappear. But let's go ahead and take her out real quick. And one thing that I do, anytime you get these hutches, you've got to do something with them to make sure they're not pushing the doors open, because the little spring latches on the bottom, they don't work. Even a snake this size can push those things right open. So I just took and mounted a washer right here and a little bracket, so that acts as a latch to hold the door closed. And let's see. You gonna come play? Now it's always trickier when you're dealing with like arboreal, semi-arboreal snakes, because it's not the same way you would do with a retic or a berm or something, you know, where they're on a flat surface. These guys love to stay wrapped up. She's perched right now up here, and you can see this is some of her reactive nature. She is really cruising, and this is where they get a lot of their bad reputation from. See, look at you. You look like you're getting ready to take a swipe at me. And just tickle the tail a little bit, get her off of there. Hopefully she doesn't decide to take a bite at me today. She is really hyper. But one bad thing about having a bunch of stuff in their enclosures is it gives them a lot of stuff to hang on to when you're trying to take them out. Alright. So, this is my jungle carpet python, Snoop, who has got a ton of energy today. So you can see she is just flying all over the place, taking her out of there. She's pretty well rested. So this rambunctious little girl right here is Snoop. She's so much fun to work with. A lot of stuff to talk about with these guys. And before we start talking about her, just wanted to say thank you to everybody. We hit our first benchmark of 1,000 subscribers, and you guys have just been awesome. It's been a lot of fun getting here. Now, we're not ones to sit on our laurels here, so our next goal is 10,000 subs. I want to get that started and then get the merch store opened up on YouTube so I don't have to do any of the third-party stuff. So definitely, guys, get down there, smash the like button, get subscribed to the channel, share it, get it out to more people. And we're putting videos out every week, starting to do more collaborations as well. this Saturday, actually, we're going to be sitting down and talking with Nicole from Lady Tiss Exotics. And I think I've got the link in the communities tab already for that. And that's going to be on her channel. So definitely get on there, check that out. I'll have the link to her channel down there as well. She's a really cool lady, really good handler. I like her a lot. So it should be a lot of fun talking with her. And also, don't forget, we've got the Amazon affiliate links down there. So if you like the shirts, I don't know how much of it you can see, the Reptile Lives Matter. But jump down there, order it through that affiliate link. That's going to help us out too. So Snoop here is a jungle carpet python. They're semi-arboreal. They love to climb. They're really rambunctious. She's been eating medium rats right now. And typically you can expect to see jungles get 5 to 6 feet long. She's kind of unique in the fact that her, a lot of the jungles that you see have got bright yellow stripes on them. And you can see she's kind of washed out. I'm not entirely sure what the reason is for that, but there's just so many variations with carpet pythons that yeah, it's hard to tell. One thing that's really cool about arboreal snakes, and you'll see this with a lot of them. I mean, if you're talking green tree pythons or emerald tree boas, carpet pythons, a lot of them have got these really, really well-defined labial pits. And see how well you can see that. See how well the camera is going to focus on her. You see those really deep pits right there. It's the same thing with the green tree pythons. And they have a really triangular head for a constrictor. These guys have got really powerful jaws. Now there's going to be arboreal snakes out there that don't have those pits. They've got more colubrid-like heads and things like that. But evolution, she can be a little tricky, and I always like to try and guess at what some of the reasons might be for certain adaptations that you see in these guys. And I think one of the things that may attribute to having more of those heat pits like that is that, say for instance you're a Burmese python, you're out there, you're just laying silently in the ground, and rodents come just kind of meandering up. They don't see you and you're just waiting for them to get close enough. You've got a good deal of time before they, you know, get out of range and whatnot. If you live in a tree and if you stay perched up in a branch all the time, birds are flying. It's so much faster. You know, they're landing, they're taking off. Sometimes these guys will just snatch a bird right out of midair. So, and actually, this is a video I took last night of my green tree python eating to give you kind of an idea of how fast they are. I took this video in slow motion, and even in slow motion you still can't see the strike. He just got on that rat and had it instantly. So you'll find that arboreal snakes are really, really quick, man. They're really on point. And I think that may be one of the things that kind of attributes to the reputation that they've got, because they are so active. And you've really got to be aware when you're handling them. I mean, the proper way to handle these guys anyway is to not restrain them. To just kind of support them, let them go where they want to go, guide them and so forth, but you don't grasp them. And, you know, it takes a little bit of practice to get that right. You've really got to just learn how to be really fluid and work with the animals. And I think if you've not had a lot of practice doing that, then it may be a little unnerving when you've got one that wants to run as much as these guys do. So they don't always deserve the bad reputation that they get. They really are a lot of fun to work with. And if you work with yours fairly frequently, and you make sure that it's, you know, really well socialized and knows you're not going to hurt them, they can really be a lot of fun. You can see she's been a sweetheart the whole time I've had her out here. And really happy. She's really one of my favorite snakes. One of my favorite smaller snakes. So, are you ready to go back home? We're going to go look at your cousin. So let's go ahead and put her back. You want to go back? See, and you can see this, how she tenses up and that reactivity that she gets. I don't know if you can see that she tensed up, but They're in there and touch that tail a little bit, get her moving. And I don't know how many of you guys have got this, but this is my my wall of shed. I've got my Burmese shed here. I can't help it, man. It's like I can't throw these things away. I got a boa imperator shed. These guys are just leaving me really cool skids. Some ball python stuff up there. I've got one of the carpet python sheds. The only ones I don't have so far is the retics because they just can't seem to give me anything other than confetti. But we're working on it. One of these days I'm going to get a perfect retic shed. I want to take a second too to show you guys. Athena here, my little female Burmese python. She is the one that I had to force feed for about a month after I got her. I got her before she'd even taken her first meal. And look at how much bigger she's gotten here over the last few months. I'm really proud of her progress, man. Went in there the other day. She doesn't even fit in her water bowl anymore. And she's been eating really good. She is the sweetest snake in the world. She's getting ready to shed. But really proud of how well she's doing. And I expect her to just grow like a champ here over the course of the next couple years. And while we're over here, we can take a look at my little female hognose too. Now, since we're talking about arboreal snakes, this is one of the most popular ones. He's my green tree python. And he just ate last night. So I am not going to go too crazy with handling him or anything. But I do want to get in and just get a really good look at his head. You can see that same triangular head that they've got on the carpet python. And hopefully he doesn't decide to take a shot at the camera. Or my hand. But you can see those same really deep pits in there. And I gotta say, these are probably some of the most gorgeous snakes right here. That bright green. I love the way their eyes look. And they're just so reactive. And this guy is so quick. And I really don't think he's terribly happy about having a camera in his face today, but let's see how close we can get without getting bit. Easily one of my favorite snakes right here. He's an Aru green tree python. And you can see the yellow and blue dots down his spine right there. And these guys are just so much fun. And he's really active too. He's more active at night than he is during the day. So don't forget, guys, help us hit our goal of 10,000 subscribers. Get down there, like the videos, get subscribed, get them shared. We're putting out new stuff every week, and summer's coming up. Should be a lot of fun. This Saturday, we're going to be doing a live stream with Lady Tiss Exotics. Don't forget about that. That is in the communities tab, so you'll be able to find that there. Don't forget, we got the Amazon affiliate link down in the description. And also, Garrett Hartlaw at Reach Out Reptiles got the YouTube channel started for US ARC, so make sure, I'm going to put the video that I did on that in the end screen so you guys can check that out. Make sure you get on there, get subscribed, and get notified, because that is where US ARC is going to be putting out a lot of notifications that are going to be really pertinent to all of us reptile keepers. So thank you guys for hanging out with me today, and I will see you next time on Intrepid Exotics.